Hi, I'm Grace Gilker. I'm one of the volunteers here at Festival Beach Food Forest, and this is one of the only food forest projects on public parkland. It used to be 2/3 of an acre, and now it's almost 3. It's all volunteer run. We've got over 175 trees in the ground now. 10 years ago, this was just a field of Bermuda with 2 pecans, and I'd love to show it to you.
Well, I grew up in Austin and had no idea this was here. I discovered the food forest a few years ago, and it's really just a hidden gem. It's right off of 35. So it's wild that you can see a huge, massive highway and then steps away be in this permaculture food forest garden that's just full of plants, full of flowers, full of food. And so it's really just wonderful that this place exists, and it's always here for you.
What we're doing here is we're connecting with nature, which is really good for your mental health, so I'm glad you're all here. We're a permaculture site, and what that means is we practice ecological gardening. The critical words are balance, connection, and biodiversity.
Inhale to reach.
I just feel energized when I come here.
Exhale.
All right, so we've got a peach tree here. And a fun thing about peach trees, like it gets really hot in the summer and we don't always get fruit necessarily. But one thing I've liked about the food forest is I've learned a lot of ways to use plants that I didn't even know I could. For instance, these leaves are really nice and really cooling, and they almost taste like almonds. So you can make a tea with this that's really refreshing in the summer. So that's pretty cool. And then this is actually one of my favorite plants that we didn't plant in the food forest, so we call it a volunteer. It's gone to seed, like you can see here, but we keep it going in the winter for the birds, you know, got to feed all our neighbors. And this is lamb's quarter. So this is actually like a pretty solid substitute for spinach. And we've got 2 different varieties in the
Does that make a tea as well?
No, but it's pretty good to chomp. This one's fun. So this really tall guy, you see it's like bending over here and it's got those long bean pods.
Is it pushing towards the light because of that?
Well, it's actually a tropical tree. It's called moringa. So we've got a mix of native species and edible species. This is one that's edible. It's really popular in like Caribbean and African cuisine. And you can buy it at Whole Foods powdered for a lot of money, or you can come here. And if you grab some of these leaves, these guys here, they're like really mineral rich, so they're super bitter, but you like toss these in a smoothie, you like powder them, and you can like mix them into like stir fries and stuff. They're really good. We're actually about to cut this down. This growth is all from just this season. So
And that's to save the tree and kind of give it like a haircut?
Yeah, in the winter, if we were to keep this up, it would fall, it would wreck our like grapevines. It would be a big thing. And it might not come back after the freezes. So once we cut this down, we'll cover it with mulch. And then in the spring, it'll come back again. So we already cut that one, that tiny little like stalk there. That's a moringa that we've already trimmed. But you might be wondering, what are all of these crazy vines around this guy? What are those crazy Dr. Seuss fruits? Those are passion flower. And that's a native Texas vine. It's these guys. They're also called maypops. They're also, oh, look at the bee.
Wow.
Yeah, very popular pollinator, very apropos. So these
Just right
guys,
in your hand like that.
Yeah, they're pretty chill. Bees are pretty chill if you're chill with them. But these flowers become those red fruits, and they're actually edible. Let's see if I can. Okay. So you don't eat the little cage, and you don't eat the red skin, the little basketball, but you pop up these seeds in there. Pretty sweet, pretty good. We have some on the cake, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right from this garden here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
It
That's
is really cool. And then these guys are a familiar one. You've probably eaten this plant before. A little I Spy moment. The hint is this stalk. Does that stalk look familiar to you? It's asparagus.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed. I would have guessed lemongrass.
Yeah, lemongrass is a lot stockier, but yeah, this is one of our asparagus patches. Once they get going and they perennialize, they last a really long time, which is really cool. In the spring, they just shoot up and they're like asparagus that you would recognize. And what's cool about asparagus that you grow is that you don't really have to cook it. It's like delicious and crispy just from jump. I'll just like snap one off and chomp it, and it's delicious.
What do you
It's
think
incredible.
the difference is?
I would imagine it doesn't have to travel as far. I would imagine like probably the asparagus that you get in the grocery store is bred to, you know, be like hardier and like bigger.
Do you think it holds the frequency of the care and love you gave it?
I would hope so. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of love in the food forest. Like the people who like give their time here. It's a lot of work, and there's always more of it.
It's like the water holds frequency.
I do not know.
Yeah,
that.
that's real.
Okay.
That's real. Water holds frequency, and it will know the difference between positive vibration and negative vibration.
All right.
I'll
Well,
have to send you that YouTube video.
There are a lot of positive vibrations here. I can say that.
Awesome. That might be why the cake's so good.
Yes. Yeah. One other cool little thing over here. These guys, this is another Texas native flower called aster, fall aster. And it's actually co-evolved with this guy, which is a little past. Like this is sort of, it's much more yellow when it's fully blooming. But that's goldenrod. It's another native. It's cool because it does really well in disturbed soil. So a lot of wildflowers have trouble competing with naturalized plants or what we might call invasive plants. But goldenrod does really well on the side of the road still, which is cool. But the reason that they've co-evolved is there's a little like color theory because they're on opposite sides of the color wheel. They've figured out by flowering together and being near each other, they can sort of maximize their pollinator attraction. So that's one of my favorite this is my favorite fall duo flower wise.
What is the natural soil you guys are working with over here?
We're pretty lucky, I would say, in that, you know, like the river, now Lady Bird Lake, is like right over there. So we have some pretty good soil, but when we started, it had been so degraded because, you know, the monoculture of Bermuda, that, you know, we're still fighting back to Bermuda at any given point. So we've added all organic amendments, but mushroom blocks have been really huge to like rebuild the mycelium and the sort of subterranean ecosystem. And we use a lot of compost and mulch as well.
If I wanted to grow a garden, I would want to hire you.
I don't know if that's totally true, but like the coalition of us in Tum, we could get you going for sure. Yeah.
You're very intelligent and you're very educated in this garden.
What's funny is when I started volunteering here, like 4 years ago, I didn't really know the difference between compost and mulch. And now I can like lead plant walks. So this is a really great place if like you live in an apartment and you want to do plant stuff, but you don't have space for it, or you just want to learn about plant stuff. We have plant walks on the first Saturday of every month. So me and Karen and Rob will just walk around and give people stuff to try and talk about the plants that are our neighbors. And then on the second Saturday of every month, we have a big work day. So we had one of those today, and we, you know, laid a bunch of cardboard to try and kill some of that Bermuda. And we also, if people are free, Tuesday, Thursday mornings, we've got little volunteer days, and that's where I learned the most.
Super awesome. Yeah. Super awesome. And I'm curious, if I wanted to put my time into something like this, what kind of work would I be doing?
There's so much work that we can kind of take whatever you're willing to give. Like I like the plant stuff the best, but we have folks who help us apply for grants. We have folks who help us put on events like this. So we have people who help bake the cakes. We have people who reach out for sponsorship so we can get some free drinks for folks. We have people who help us partner with other community organizations. So whatever time you're willing to give, we can probably find something for you to do.
And this could be some people's therapy, some people's meditation.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's very much, I think I've been doing it for long enough now that I feel it's kind of got that church feeling that when I don't come, I feel a little bad, but there's no guilt involved. Like whenever you show up, even if you're late or if you haven't been around in a while, everyone's just excited to see you.
Amazing leader.
Yeah.
Perfect spokesman for this
I do what I can. Yeah.
Awesome.
Today is our monthly second Saturday work day. So this is our biggest work day of every month.
Hey, can we get some more mulch over here?
All the ground cover and fruit trees that you're seeing were planted and cultivated by volunteers.
We're planting trees.
I'm a renter, so I don't have access to land that I can keep coming back to and interact with. So for me, it's really fun to be able to come back to this space again and again and again.
And it goes. Oh, yeah. One, that.
I like planting trees more.
People in the city need this. It's definitely possible to do these kind of projects in the city. Like 90% of our plants are perennial. We plant as many fruit and nut trees as possible. We also have berry bushes and lots of medicinal herbs and culinary herbs. This is agarita. These red berries are actually quite delicious. This is goldenrod. This is like one of the major pollinators that we have. This is moringa. It's so full of nutrition. It's just off the charts. So we have all these beans growing. Three Sisters is beans, squash, and corn. Lots of connections. Everything's connected. Elderberry is so nice. The berries are really good for colds and flus, but it's also just an immunity booster. So we take care of the plants, and then they are taking care of us.
And no outside organic matter.
It was
very, very challenging.
Yeah. People want to be a part of this shift. Mimicking nature, harmonizing with nature. It's great. This is a ditch that's filled with mulch. This is a little hill. This is the berm. And then we immediately planted it with a cover crop. There's a hill and then a ditch, and the ditch is filled with mulch about 3 feet deep, and that holds water in the landscape. Permaculture tries to use resources on the site, and one of the most important resources is, of course, water.
For the most part, that land design is capturing water and storing it and sequestering it for the plants to use as they need it. And that's something that's really special, especially as we're moving into hotter and hotter summers, to have something that's a bit more self-sustaining.
Greetings, my name is Robert Leal. Yeah, so we're here at Festival Beach Food Forest in close to downtown Austin, Texas. And yeah, we're celebrating our 10th year here in the food forest. We have a variety of perennial fruit trees, shrubs, herbs, ground covers, vines, you name it. Lots of medicinal plants, a lot of culinary plants.
How long have you involved yourself in this park?
I've been here about 5 years. Yeah, about 5 years now.
So you're one of the veterans out here?
Yeah, and there's a big crew, big community out here that's been holding it down and keeping it moving forward.
And this has been existing for 10 years?
10 years, yeah. That's what we're celebrating today.
Awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Now, what are kind of the activities that involves running this place?
Well, we have plant walks to educate the community about what's here. Those are really great. Every first Saturday. We also have volunteer work days every second Saturday. And so those are usually from like 9 to noon. And then we have regular work days every Tuesday and Thursday. Those are smaller work days, but doing some general maintenance and just taking care of the forest. Mulching, we do a lot of mulching. We feed, we make compost. This is a Johnson Sioux bioreactor. So we make fungal dominant compost on site that we make compost teas or soil drenches with. And
the way this works is it's ventilated from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, there's a pallet at the bottom, and air is flowing through the bottom, and it's rising up through these little holes that we have here. So air is flowing, and it's optimal oxygen for the fungi. So, and this will digest and be ready in about 8 months, 8 months to a year.
Do you think oxygen is really involved when it comes to quantity or quality of the fungi?
Quality, right? So it could oxidate, and that could be kind of detrimental to the organisms. You don't want too much oxygen. You want kind of a balance, just like in everything. So we maintain a 60% hydration level to kind of keep things balanced,
And it's a constant involvement to create that balance.
It is, yeah. We need to maintain moisture, making sure we're wetting it. We spray inoculants also in it sometimes.
How many people weekly devote their time here?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably like a total of like about 10 people a week on site. Yeah.
Wow.
And there's a lot of people. We have several committees, groups. We have people that focus on the purpose of this site, right? There's a people circle, there's a plant circle, there's a prosper circle. So we have these dynamic governance systems that
Protection circle.
yeah, community safety. Yeah, we have. Yeah, it takes a lot to maintain, but it's really appropriate for maintaining something this special.
And you guys are open to more connections with the community?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is a public space, it's a public park. This is the communities.
Awesome. And if I wanted to devote my time here, what would my involvement look like? Where do you guys need help?
Start by coming out, volunteering, take some plant walks. Come out to the work days. We really appreciate the support. We just expanded to our footprint to three acres, so there's a need for support out here.
So a mix of all this construction they're doing over here on the south side,
East side.
east side.
Yeah, we're on the east side.
On the east side, you guys actually expanded.
Yeah.
How'd you manage to do that?
I'm just proving the concept. It works. It works. It's thriving.
Proving a concept.
Yeah.
What are you guys' main concept?
That we can grow food in public spaces, and that we can sequester carbon. We can make places more livable, and we can make our city more resilient. We just need more of this.
And that directly correlates to the air quality.
Absolutely. And just being under a canopy, being under the shade of a tree can save you in the summer. If you don't have shade in the summer, it's pretty dangerous out there. Being fully exposed to the sun, in the concrete jungles, it's dangerous.
Would you say a lot of people find healing in this type of work?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I know it's healed me in many ways.
Do you think society today has gotten out of touch with that kind of raw, authentic healing?
I think society is craving it. I think people want to be more connected with nature and not, overstimulated and feel stress and overwhelmed in life. I think this helps regulate the nervous system, helps regulate our mind. And,
is it fair to say, based off of that the concrete jungle is creating mental illness?
It's complex, but yeah, that's part of it. Big part of it. Technology nowadays, it's, it goes deep. The way we design society, with the way we design settlement, our cities, the way they're designed is not for human connection or nature connection. It's designed for resource extraction. It's designed for very few to really benefit from.
That just gave me chills. Resource extraction.
It just really brings so much joy to me because that's ultimately our goal, that what is grown here is appreciated and utilized by the community. We always invite all of our guests and volunteers to bring their families to enjoy a picnic. If people are utilizing this resource, then we've really done what we came here to do.
One thing that really excites me about the food forest is its potential to be a source of inspiration, so that we can have food forests on public land everywhere.